To solve inequalities, if I've got x squared, I need to bring everything to one side. So whether I have an equal sign or an inequality, I bring everything to one side. So here I'm going to bring everything to the x squared side. So it's going to give me x squared minus 8x minus 9 is greater than 0. And then I'd solve that bracket, so I factorize. I need these two to give me x squared, so x and x. And these two need to multiply together to give me minus 9 and add up to a negative 8. So minus 9 and plus 1. And that's greater than 0. That means x is equal to 9 and x is equal to minus 1. Now we know that this can't be right because if I was to draw it, I've got x squared, so I've got a quadratic, and the roots are when it hits minus 1 here and 9 there. So it looks like this. Now the question says when this function is greater than 0. So I'm looking at this bit here because that's greater than 0, that's above the 0, and this bit here. So that means the values for x that are bigger than 9 are the values that I want. So when x is greater than 9, and the values of x that are less than minus 1, so x is less than minus 1, are the values that I want. So that's why it's always good to draw a small sketch to help you see your answer. If I did another example, I've got 6x squared plus 11x minus 10 is less than 0. So for this question, it was greater than 0. This one's less than 0. Again, I factorize. I need these two to multiply together to give me 6x squared. So 3x and 2x. And these two multiply together to give me a negative 10. So 5 and 2. If I put 5 here and 2 there, I'll have 3 times 5 to give me 15. And then negative 2. So negative 2 times 2x is a negative 4. 15 take away 4 will give me 11. So it's this way around. Okay, and I want to solve that. So x is equal to 2 over 3, or x is equal to minus 5 over 2. Again, if I was to draw this, 2 over 3 would be here, and minus 5 over 2, so minus 2.5, minus 5 over 2, and my quadratic looks like this. It's a positive quadratic, and the function is less than 0. So I'm looking at this bit here because that part of the curve is less than this x-axis, so that is less than 0. So that means I want x to be between minus 5 over 2 and 2 over 3. I want these values of x. So I say x is between minus 5 over 2 and 2 over 3. So when you do inequalities like this, if you've got x squared, bring everything to one side, solve it like there was an equal sign, you draw a quick sketch, and then you state your values. If it's above the 0 axis, so if it's greater than 0, you're looking at the values that are above the 0 point, and if it's less than 0, you're looking at the values that are less than the 0 point.